If they succeed, Disney could suffer the same fate as other great companies that Peltz has previously infiltrated.
If you guys saw us on Tuesday night's main event, we watched it. Shout out to Jay. He sent me the video because I was like, I for sure want to go through this with Gary. But and I don't know if you have any insight before we start pressing play on this, as far as what's happening right now with Disney and a potential kind of power struggle, if you will.
So I'm not the financial analyst kind of guy, but the fact that there is a power struggle is the story.
Yeah.
I personally do not think if Nelson Peltz and his CFO get on the board, it will fundamentally change Disney. It will create chaos, and I am all for chaos. So I want him to win. I don't want to say, but what I said earlier, I am also at the point where let's give Bob Iger everything he wants.
Hey, Bob.
Because I know it's going to fail.
Yeah.
I know these are bad ideas. I know this, like I know the sun is going to rise in the east and set in the west, and Rings of Power Season 2 is going to suck. I am that sure. It is a sure thing that Bob Iger's ideas will fucking suck and fail. So give him what he wants. And then that accelerates the destruction of Disney. This will actually put it off a little bit.
That's
we might
a good
get
point.
A little bit of a correction. But you don't think they're still going to come after your kids, these weirdos? You don't think there's going to be some dude with like mutton chops in a dress wanting to like show your daughter around at Disneyland? Like, what the hell? No.
Yeah.
I've been dressing up like this since I was your age.
What the fuck?
That's a good point. That's a good point. But Vote Disney has a video right now. If you go to votedisney.com, you check it out with this supposed power struggle and who they want and don't want on the board. And some of the things that they say, it's only 3 minutes long. Some of the things that they say in this is so hilarious. So we're gonna watch this together really quickly, and I'll pause it on some of the hilarious points. But let's check it out.
What's the harm of letting activist investor Nelson Peltz or Jay Rulo have a seat on Disney's board? The answer is simple.
Nice pictures.
If they succeed, Disney could suffer the same fate as other great companies that Peltz has previously infiltrated, such as GE and DuPont. Nelson Peltz has a long history of attacking companies to the ultimate detriment of shareholder value. His quest also seems more about vanity than a belief in Disney.
Pretty sure Wendy's is still around.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure Wendy's is still around. By the way, I mentioned it yesterday, but they did that little arrow thing down, and that's just like in South Park with Bob Iger's got my stock. Ah!
And then Bob Iger's all like, no, it's going to be my stock. No,
Somebody just needs to put that in there.
Yeah. That's so good. No, it is rich talking about shareholder value being, and this is coming from Disney, right? This is hilarious, but yeah, let's continue.
Yeah.
500,000 Disney shares over the past 6 months in the middle of his proxy fight. Plus, he is...
Okay. That part was hilarious because what they're trying to discredit him for is getting rid of X amount of shares. Didn't Bob Iger sell a bunch?
80%.
Damn!
Okay.
80%. And by the way, Wendy's is still around. Wendy's was in a lot of trouble, and they turned stuff around. Not that I eat there, but I still see plenty of Wendy's around.
Yep, one down the street from my house. Right down the street.
No, I love this ad is Nelson Peltz is going to rise the fourth or fifth Reich through Disney and kill us all. Round us up in the camps.
What is this, Nazi Germany?
But I just thought that was rich. It's like, oh, well, he supposedly sold all his shares. I'm like, wait a minute. The person that you're praising, which they are in a minute, 80% of his.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Oh, dude, this is so fucking desperate. Like, I personally didn't think he was going to win, but I'm like, oh, shit, they're really worried. if I was a shareholder and I knew nothing about this, I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Disney, the entertainment company, just made this political ad from like Bernie Sanders people. What the fuck?
That's probably who did it.
No, God, please, no.
Vote Act Blue or Vote Blue, whatever it is.
Yeah.
No media expertise and no experience in running a global entertainment company powered by creativity.
They said I have no media experience. I don't claim to have any.
And then there's Jay Rulo, a former Disney...
Isn't that funny that now all of a sudden they care about credentials?
Yeah, it's funny. Let's look into theirs. You know, they don't mention theirs because most people on the board have zero fucking entertainment experience. Oh, and by the way, they don't have a lot of Disney stock either.
It's funny how that works.
Weird.
Employee who was passed over for a promotion nearly a decade ago. He hasn't been employed since leaving Disney, and the last time he joined the board of a media company, the stock tanked. What's more, Peltz and Rulo have teamed up with another disgruntled former employee, Ike Pearlmutter, who has his own lengthy record of destructive behavior inside Disney. Pearlmutter has a well-documented grudge with Disney CEO Bob Iger. This sort of personal animus in the boardroom is more than disruptive, it can be destructive. Especially at this critical time when, despite all of these distractions, Bob Iger and his management team engineered an ambitious plan to build Disney's future,
they have
positioning
a plan.
the company.
That's what
Now, hey guys, don't disrupt us because we're coming up with a plan right now. Fucking what? Oh, by the way, Ike Pearlmutter holds a grudge. Yeah, he's got a giant fucking axe in the between his shoulder blades from fucking Bob Iger. I'd hold a grudge.
Yeah.
Why is everyone stabbing me in the back?
and they're gonna keep talking about this, which is what makes it even funnier. Is how like we have plans. We're planning to do things.
We're gonna do this thing with Epic Games sometime.
Sometimes.
And hey, we paid a bunch of money to fool a bunch of normies that Taylor Swift's Era Tour is gonna be on D+, which we're gonna make no money off of.
Did you touch this? Don't touch that.
It was just for optics.
Yep, that's it. Thanks for watching. Right now, the Rippaverse is in the middle of our latest campaign, Yaira #1, which was written by the Saskas. Head over to Rippaverse.com, pre-order, and check out our first live-action trailer and the latest Rippaverse Studios production, Y'all Be Easy.